So we are joined today with Ben, who's actually pulling in around 4 to 5K a month with his agency, closer to around 5 to 6K a month next month. But yeah, with no further ado, another awesome student interview. So let's get straight into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another student interview. We are here with Ben, who just moved into his beautiful new 2 bedroom, and luckily this one isn't like a greenhouse. I know what you mean,
No.
man. Like, especially it's weird because I just came back to London, and my best friend is letting me stay at his place because there's no Airbnbs, and I ended the lease on my old place. And it's so weird coming back to like, because aircon isn't a thing in the UK. Like aircon
Yeah.
isn't a thing in like Europe, to be honest. And in the winter, there's no issues. But like especially sometimes it's like I think today's like 30 degrees outside. Like it's hot.
I know
Um,
it's hot today.
but anyways, back on topic. So yeah, you want to give them a little bit of a rundown as to when you got started with your agency journey, how many clients you're currently working with, your current, you're projected for this month and next month, and a little more.
Cool. Okay, so my sort of ads journey started about 2 years ago. I got into ecom, got into drop shipping, and I really liked like advertising. I learned from this guy, and I've pretty much been doing it on and off since then. And now this year is when I signed up for agency in Incubator, and it pretty much just changed the whole career. And so I've been in January. I started and went through the whole course. Started building my own agency, Sweet Marketing, and been building from there pretty much. I'm now on the road to around this month around 3 to 5 grand, and then next month it's about 5 to 6. I've got a couple other projects on the way as well, so it's exciting stuff.
Awesome. So next month, looking at 5 to 6,000 pounds, which is like $6,200, like $7,500, something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
for all you Americans. Awesome. So Mike, so you initially your expertise and your knowledge was from an e-commerce perspective, and I've
yeah,
seen a lot of people make that switch. First, they try to run ads for their own product, for their own e-commerce, for their own drop shipping business, and then you know, for
yeah,
whatever reason,
exactly.
they decide not to move forward with that. But the good thing that comes from that is like they understand how to run ads, which is super
Experience,
awesome.
yeah.
So, off camera, we were talking about some of the weird, wacky clients you have. You want to tell them a little
Yeah.
bit about your client roster and how you structure them and how you set them up?
Yeah, so most of my clients, I started with just normal retainers, which would be like £1,000 a month, or some of the early ones I started with were like 750, or maybe I think the first client I ever got was £500 and 10%. And obviously I was running all the ads myself, and I still am. And then I've got some other guy if I need him. So it started with retainers, and then I've recently taken upon another client who is sort of a pay per lead process, where if I get him a certain client, then I get X amount. Um, and obviously that could be building up to like a whale of a client.
Hmm.
So yeah, pretty excited for that. But yeah, that's from next month that will be. But yeah.
That's awesome. So, obviously, you said the paper lead client is recent.
Yeah, recent he is. I only took him on probably if we've been in talk for a couple months, but I took him on like this month pretty much, signed
Mhm.
contracts and all that.
Perfect.
But yeah.
So you haven't had any perspective yet, but out of the different models, what do you think you prefer best? Like performance only, base only, or a combination of base plus performance?
Probably I don't know, it's like a combination of both really. Like it's completely up to you what you want to do. But I don't see a problem in me taking a pay per lead sort of thing. As long as I'm happy with it, then it's like no one
Mhm.
else's problem. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with both.
Awesome. So, how are you getting most of your clients at the moment?
Oh, it's a bit of a mess, really. It's like emails, Instagram DMs. all the standard outreach methods. I've tried a lot of stuff over the last 6 months. I've tried like automating LinkedIn. I've even had a call today from that automating LinkedIn. Instagram DMs, obviously just DMing people. I also tried advertising for myself, my own agency, and I'm going to redo some of it now. But I got a couple clients from that, so it's all a bit of a mix, really. But yeah, it's going well, and everything's like sort of snowballing into place right now. Yeah.
So what's worked best for you out of all those outreach methods?
Probably the doing my own ads. But the only thing I'd say is expensive. I'm sure you know. It's much more
It's very
expensive
hard.
than just.
It can be very hard to get right as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I obviously had to test a load, and a lot of the leads I was getting were not like qualified for me, but some people were qualified, and that's where I got a couple clients from. But I'd probably say that was the best, but obviously most expensive. If I wasn't looking to spend any money, then probably Instagram DMs probably Instagram DMs is probably one of the best. Just genuine from your own personal account. It's just a lot of trust goes into that. So
Awesome. So I want to touch a little bit more on the advertising side of things.
yeah.
What was the process? Did you get them to go from ad to survey, a case study funnel? What was the process like?
Well, for my agency, right?
Yeah, running ads to your agency.
Yeah. I tried a couple methods. So I tried straight up just lead generation. So they'll like write a survey, and then I tried just going straight to my website. My website's, I wouldn't say my website's too bad, to be honest. It has like, it's sort of I wouldn't really say it's like a case study funnel or anything like that. I don't have any fancy videos on that. I'm not too keen on making videos, but I haven't got too confident for those yet. Or looms, for example. But yeah, a couple different methods. I don't know which clients come from which, but they both seem to work pretty well. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So you have 5 clients. I'm assuming you're doing the service delivery yourself?
Yeah, correct. I didn't really want to get other people to do them to start. At least I feel like I'm good enough in the Facebook advertising industry to understand what the client wants and understand how to get there, pretty much. So I didn't feel like I needed to pay someone to do it, to be honest, especially when I can do it myself. Gives me
So
extra profit margins
do you
as
feel
well,
as though,
obviously.
because I mean, like, you're at a point where you have 5 clients. Do you feel as though your issue right now is in terms of generating more meetings, or is it more in terms of operations and actually servicing your clients?
It's a mix of both. Obviously, you got to keep going with the outreach. You don't want to stop the outreach, but at the same time, I do find myself doing a lot of the delivery and the operations side, as you said. But I am looking to get someone else to do all the outreach for me. And I haven't really looked too much into it yet, but probably like a VA or something like that. But yeah, that's the plan.
Understood. Yeah, I mean, you're at a point where you have 5 clients. I think it's definitely time for you to get someone on board.
Scale. Yeah.
Get someone on board. So what does a normal day in the life look like for Ben, the agency
Normal day
owner?
in the life. I don't really. I don't know. I wake up. Obviously, I'm pretty flexible now with my time. I can wake up whenever I want, do whatever, which is the perks of being in like working for yourself, I guess. I come to my desk. Red Bull normally.
Yeah.
Normally have a Red Bull in the morning. Check all the ads, everything. Make sure I have messages, emails, reply to all those, and then pretty much just take it as it comes. Do a bit of outreach every day. I try to get at least like 5 or 6 emails, or 5 to 10 emails every day, just to, or DMs or whatever, but just to like know I've done that, and know I'm outreaching at the same time. But yeah, it's not too much of a crazy day to me, to be honest.
So how many meetings are you trying to are you aiming to set a week?
um I'm happy with doing a couple, to be honest. I don't, if I wanted loads more, then I'll just can use all my time for outreach alone. But a lot of the time, for example, right now is I'm busy with other stuff, and busy with like operations and stuff. So I do need to get more meetings coming in. But at the moment, I'm happy with 2 meetings a week, or one to 2 meetings a week. And if I close like in that's like 8 meetings a month. If I close one of those, and that's a client a month, you know. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Are you doing 3-month minimums?
For some, yeah, I know that you advise that, but sometimes, especially when I was starting off, I didn't get a client for a month, or like halfway through the second month, and I was just like, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm going to offer this person a low retainer, like I said, £500 and 10% ROAS. I'm going to offer this guy £500, and I'm going to offer him a month, just like that, instead of doing the 90 days, because I wanted to build trust for myself and my agency, before like moving on, you know. But yeah.
Understood. So what do you think's the worst part about having an agency?
I don't know if there is a worst part, is it really? To be honest, I don't know. Maybe Facebook being annoying, or something like that, like disable ad accounts or whatnot. But that's probably there's not much bad stuff to it. Like every other business owner in the world, you can't like leave a week without doing work, you know. You got to be always there. But there's not really a bad thing, I don't think. I don't really know.
All right, awesome. Now, if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice when you first started off your agency, what would that be?
One thing I've recently done this month is I've created like a sort of personal brand Instagram, which is like my agency slash has my personal stuff on. Like it shows like results and my like e-com stores as well. So just pretty much giving people trust in you. Like when I was outreaching before, I was outreaching on my personal account, and it was private, so people couldn't go on there and like start clicking through and looking at my stuff, because like I could just be some random guy, which I sort of was. And then I started building trust over the months, and realizing that it's more a lot of trust. The trust is the reason why people like sort of go for you. In a way, they're not going to go with some random guy with, you know what I mean. But yeah.
Understood. Awesome. Well, yeah, I'd say in general that pretty much wraps up all my questions. I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for you in your new spot. I know how nice it is to when you finally have your settled at home office space.
So yeah, I'm very, very excited for you. But yeah, dude, thanks for coming on, sharing your
Yeah,
wisdom.
thank you for
I
having me
appreciate it.
on. I
My pleasure.
appreciate that.